Black men do not fight hard enough to be a parent in their children's lives. They don't. They do not.
Just a question. Why is it
that they have to
these
fight?
men have to fight? The fact that they have to fight is one thing. The fact that they're not fighting enough is another thing. But why is it that virtually every man has to fight to see their child? Do you understand that's the bigger issue versus not fighting enough?
Why are you complaining about a problem that you created for yourself? I don't want to hear it. Talking about why do men have to fight? You created that problem.
Yes.
So now you're like, oh, I have to fight my way out of my own problems. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we not all adults? Is life not always what we want it to be? So you will be like, well, I ain't fighting no more because why do I even have to fight? You'll leave that single mother to fight and have to raise the kid by herself. It's really just the mom and her kid. You'll leave her to fight for herself, but you're like, oh, I ain't gonna fight for my kid. Why I gotta fight for my kid? Over a problem that you created yourself. Well, we could have all just been like, you know what? I'm good on the kids. Let me wrap it up. Let me at least get married first. Let me at least try to do the right thing.
I had the same question this man had. Why is it that a man has to fight in order to be in the kid's life? Because the woman doesn't have to fight in order to be in her kid's life, but the man's the one that always has to fight. And the thing is that he's not even just fighting against the woman, he's fighting against the woman and the courts, because the courts will always be in support of the woman. And a lot of men who want to be in their kid's life will fight, but they can only fight to a certain extent, because even when they are fighting and they are putting everything forward, they'll still end up seeing their kid like twice a year, and that's enough time for the woman to brainwash the child and make them feel as if the father doesn't really love them. And I don't think this woman really gets the whole argument here, because she's saying that the man is complaining about a problem that he created and he could have just like strapped it up and make sure that there's no kid. But if he's fighting to be in the kid's life, it means that he wanted there to be a kid. He's accepting there being a kid. He's accepting the responsibilities. However, is being blocked from fulfilling his responsibilities, and when he doesn't fulfill those responsibilities, he'll get blamed for it. And then lastly, talking about a woman, now this single mother has to fight for her and her kid. What does she have to fight? What does she have to fight? Because if she needed help, he was there wanting to be a part of the kid's life, but she didn't want him to be part of it. So what is it exactly that she has to fight? And that's the thing. They want to be victims. A lot of these single moms, they want to be victims. They don't want any help, because she'll be there saying, you know what, these men don't want to fight to be in their kid's life. They don't want to help. But when the man wants to help and he wants to be in the kid's life, you do everything you can to keep them away. You want to be a victim. You don't want any help. You like being the victim. You like the whole sob story to make people feel sorry for you. That's the issue here. Not that the men are not fighting enough and all that. They are fighting, and everyone seems to be keeping them from fulfilling their responsibilities and then blaming them at the end of the day when those responsibilities aren't being fulfilled. We have enough men who do not fulfill their responsibilities of being a father, so when you finally get a man who wants to fulfill those responsibilities, let him.
What is your body count?
Not many men, really. Unless I'm off a benzo and then a train gets run on me and I don't know. Took a couple benzos without realizing that I had taken it. The next day, I get a flashback of a man in front of me and a man behind me.
I beg your pardon?
And then I had two numbers on my phone and I was like, I'm calling them right now. At first I thought they were lying. They start telling me details about myself. I'm like,
you're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Agree. Yes, baby, you do need to change.
It took you that long to say something to him?
Look. This
Look,
my
wait.
child.
I understand. And my niece too. People tell me when they see her in the street dressed like that and everything. Hey, I'm not going home. I'm gonna stay right here till she change clothes. So what is you doing? Cause this is my sister's house. And I can be wherever I want to be. And who gonna put me out?
I will.
You won't. You won't.
Golly.
And what? You're not.
Baby, just go change.
That's her best bet, because I ain't going nowhere till she change clothes.
Change, baby.
I don't care. Look at her. Just everything about to fall off. Don't put some sweatpants and t-shirts on for all I care. That's boring. Well, be boring. You need to be boring. You're a mom now. Can't even keep the shirt up on you. It ain't no JoJo. That's the problem now. Go get some of your mama clothes and put on. Go get some of your mama clothes and put on. You trying to get Rihanna nothing? Rihanna pregnant? Rihanna pregnant? Okay, but you not rich like her, so you ain't gonna get all that. How am I? Not going where?
No, you need to, baby, look. Come on.
What is you gonna do? What is you gonna say to her?
No change.
I'm waiting for it.
I'm sick of you.
You not sick of me?
I'm sick of you.
Chastise her.
Somebody
That's what you-
chastise you because you trying to.
I just cannot stand bad parenting. And I can already assure you that this is a single mother who's raising a kid, and now the kid has ended up being a single mother as well. There's no discipline in the house. The sister, the older sister, is the one that has to come and instill the discipline. She's talking to the kid as if the kid is just her friend. There's a difference between a kid being your friend and you being the parent. You will always be the parent, so act like one. And in the previous clip, you heard the woman saying that single mothers have to fight for themselves and their kid. This is what they're fighting for. This is what it results in. If men ever needed a reason to be in their kid's life, just watch this clip. This is what happens when the father is not in the kid's life. It just goes downhill and there's no discipline, no respect, nothing like that. Even the stats show that single fathers raise kids better and lead to better futures than single mothers do. So men, make sure that you're in your kid's life to prevent airheads like this on the streets.